Mr. Science Smasher, back with another Crossout tutorial video. Today I'm going to be showcasing how to build a Dolores. So if you've been playing this season, you'll know fully well that Dolores is this season's new legendary cabin. Based on a Corvette, I can't exactly remember the name of the model. It's the first Corvette I think we've got and added to the game, and it is one of the most best made part sets we have ever gotten. You can see here is the rear, and here is the front parts. So a very simple part set. This is what it looks like complete. I won't be showing you how to do the sticker work that I've done here, because this sticker work is very hard to replicate, but I will be showing you how to build this exact vehicle right here. Let's get into a blueprint slot I haven't locked, clear the garage, and let's start building. So you need to get your frames out.
I found some old records saying nobody wanted to work in manufacturing. Guess that's flipped now, huh?
I am going to start off with frames like this. Might need to edit them in the future, but that is not to worry about. And then, I'm pretty sure this is how it goes. Yep, I'm going to place my Dolores like that. And I can already see I will be needing to edit my frames. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a 2x4 and just place it there. Then I'm going to go down to my radar, my Maxwell. Best radar in the game for art builds, because it fits in pretty much every slot ever. I'm going to place my low clearance wheels. Again, mandatory for doing any pretty much any scale accurate car. And I get my buggy parts and then place them like so on each side, making sure to leave a 1 pin wide gap in the middle between the two so you can put the exhausts in later. And to complete the part set, I'm just gonna put the rear on, and then I'm going to put the front parts on, which are all the way down in the bumpers section. So this is the standalone, very basics of the Dolores part set. Again, incredibly well made. Look at how cleanly these parts link up to the cab. Insanely well made. It just sucks we don't have a bonnet part. I think the only bonnet part we've ever gotten for the game is for the DUBBY part set, which I will be doing a tutorial on in the future. So to make up for the bonnet, we're going to have to go all the way back up to the top, and we're going to need to get a rollover. I used this in the bonnet for my Catalina video, which I previously made. And just to showcase why we use a rollover, you can see it just links perfectly with the bumper parts on each side. Just absolutely amazing, seamless transition, and it fills the gap with the exhaust made by these plastic aerodynamic parts, which I don't really like. I prefer it if it was just a smooth bumper. And then to fill the gap underneath it, we get the hot rod grill, just stick it in as so. And to cover the bonnet, we just need a 2x4 Avia panel, and that'll be the bonnet complete. But to get rid of this unpaintable metal line here of the sheet being bent up over the top there, you just simply cover it up with square covers and then some rover mirrors, and then that metal sheet there is completely hidden. So now for the underside, going to start with the rear. It's extremely simple. You only need 2 structure parts for this. 1 wide slope underneath the Maxwell, and then 1 van ramp underneath the rear part, like that. And then for the front, to match up with the front's pointed tip here, you can use the crane plugs and just stick them under like so. Now to fill in this exhaust part, we're going to just need to get the compact exhausts and place them on each side. And to finish off the Dolores, in terms of parts, all we need to do is put the wheel arches on. The parts I'm going to use are the ones that the part set was made to match. These have been in the game for years, and they're called the toppers. They are extremely good for making scale accurate builds just look 10 times better. I've used them on pretty much every single scale accurate car I've ever made, except for maybe a select few. Now parts wise, this Dolores is complete, but we've got this space back here. We can just decorate as we will. Unfortunately, we cannot use the number X09 plates because there is no weld points on both the rear or the front, which is unfortunate. So we're going to have to decorate it with some other things. I'm going to use the baby on board sign.
By the way, are you certified? Oh, me neither.
And I'm going to use the Little Mary. I'm just going to put Little Mary there. And then I'm going to put a fishing rod as an antenna. And if you wanted, you could put some horns. Where are the horns? Here are the horns. You could put some horns on the front like that. Or you could put maybe a braid on there. A brace, I mean. Maybe give it a little bit of extra detail. But I'm not going to do that for today. I'm just going to have a clean Dolores. But now it's time to start painting this thing. And last video I chose blue. I chose far north to do the Catalina for. But today I'm not going to do that. Today I am going to choose... I am going to choose El Dorado for the main paint. Now this is going to take barely any time at all, since technically the part set only has 3 structure parts and the cab, and then for the rest it's just these 2 parts and then the square covers. And I'm going to use gladiator skin to paint the antenna to make it a neutral black. And I'm also going to use gladiator skin on the underside parts right here too, as well as on the Maxwell radar. For the buggy parts that we placed very early on, I'm going to use aluminium. Place it like so. And I'm also going to put aluminium on the wheels. Now paint-wise, this is complete. Now to add some stickers, which is completely optional. To give it some badges, I'm going to use the Creeping Death again. I love using the Creeping Death as a badge on specifically sportier builds, such as this one and the Catalina. But you can just go ahead and place them in these very well placed open spots that you can just place it on. Thankfully, the license plate on the rear is paintable, which also means you can put a sticker on. So I'm just going to go down, choose a sticker to have as a license plate. I am going to choose Ex Machina sticker. Hopefully it fits. Fits a little bit tightly. I'm actually going to choose someone else. bit too tight. I'm going to use the craft in progress sticker. If you just lower it a little bit, then it fits perfectly just underneath the creeping death sticker. I could choose the I'm going to use these tiger stickers because I never use them. Oops, I rotated it a bit too much. Just make it a little. Actually, I'm going to make it. Okay. Size is a little bit difficult. I'm going to make it this big. And I'm going to place it on the door like so. You can see the whole thing. And we're just going to mirror it on the other side. Just like that. And I'm feeling like adding a stripe to the bonnet. So I'm going to use the quick start stickers. Just look down, top down like this. And then rotate it like so. Make it a little bit bigger. And to get a clean, smooth stripe, I'm going to place 2 on top of each other. Just so you can actually see it without being faded. And I'm going to cover up the back with one as well. Again, layering it like so. Doesn't add too much to the design, but it adds plenty. Just to give the car a model name, I'm going to put the gladiator sticker here as another type of badge. And I can't really put it on the front anywhere, which is unfortunate. Again, to add some more badges, I'm going to put the 01 sticker on each side underneath the wing mirrors, which again, these are the rover mirrors. Very good for just basic car mirrors, and plus they have a built-in fog light if you didn't know that already. Now, if I don't say so myself, I'd say this build is complete. There you go, guys. That is how to build a scale accurate Dolores in Crossout. Let's give it a quick test drive.
Finally, time to get some fresh air.
This is what the tail lights look like. Unfortunately, the reverse lights do not work, even though it has 2 of them built in, which I think is new for Crossout. I don't think any other part has had reverse lights built into it. I know the Torino part, which does have functioning tail lights, doesn't have any reverse lights at all. Same with the Catalina tail fins. I don't think they have reverse lights in them either. This is of course what the headlights look like. Off and on. You can see the rover lamps are just also triggering there. And you get Little Mary, baby on board, and the fishing rod there, like so. That is going to be it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to DUBBY for continuing to partner with me. Use code PROTOBEE in their shop to save 10% off your order and to help out my channel, so I can continue doing videos such as this and ones I've previously done before. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give a big fat thumbs up and to subscribe. It's completely free and it will help you see more content such as this in the future, if I ever decide to put some more out, which I definitely will, by the way. If you didn't like the video for some reason, or you just have something to say, then yap a little bit in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys have to see. I've been given feedback before and it's definitely helped me make these videos just a slight bit better for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye. Bye.